5, Richard Rose. Bill Green Sports, Kevin Mannix with the weather, and the News Center team. This is the Weekend Report.
6 people are hurt in a 3-car accident near Sebago Lake. Tourist traffic backs up for several hours. Good evening, I'm Richard Rose. Late this afternoon, 3 cars collided on Route 302 on the town line between Raymond and Wyndham. 12 people were in the 3 cars. 6 people were hurt. A couple have serious injuries. Police say that no alcohol was involved. One vehicle traveling westbound collided with 2 cars traveling eastbound.
At the time, westbound on Route 302 crossed the center line and collided with the other 2 vehicles. There was one vehicle that went over the railing and ended up into a small brook.
Police had to close off the nearby roads, choking tourist traffic till after dark. Another head-on collision in the town of Livermore cost a Mount Vernon man his life. Daniel Beliveau died when a car driven by Edward Cloutier of Livermore Falls crossed over the center line. 2 other cars slammed into the wreckage from the head-on collision. Firefighters from Eddington and Bangor are still at the Perk Trash-to-Energy plant in Orrington tonight trying to snuff out what remains of a large fire there. News Center's Janet Smith says the fire is the latest to plague these trash-to-energy incinerators.
Orrington Fire Chief Les Grover says this is the fire he's been afraid of. Smoke was billowing out of vents, windows, doors, and cracks in the walls at the Perk Trash-to-Energy incinerator plant on Route 15. Witnesses say the fire started in the reclaiming area. That's the large area in the plant where paper materials and wood chips were stored before being sent to the boilers to be burned. Leon Shorey was just leaving the plant when the fire broke out.
Well, I didn't know what was going on. I see fire trucks coming in and didn't realize what was happening at all.
Plant officials say the reclaiming area was about half full of debris, but what was in there caught fire quickly. Firefighters who battled the smoke and flames from the inside of the building said the heat coupled with the smoke was overwhelming. The heat really got to a lot of the firefighters. A dousing of cold water was a welcome relief.
Well, there was fire down on that south end of it, and because there's a lot of smoke right now, a lot of steam, you can't see anything.
The smoke was so thick, fire crews inside couldn't see what they were doing, so they had to chop and saw holes in the roof to vent some of the smoke. There was also a problem with air. Firefighters were using tank after tank of air. The empty tanks had to be taken to the Bangor Fire Department to be refilled. Plant manager Bob Field says the plant's boilers were not online at the time due to an unrelated problem. Field says it's hard to tell what started the fire, but he does have some theories.
The nature of the trash that we bring into the facility, people throw away household chemicals, and mixtures of different chemicals could spontaneously ignite. In the processing of the waste into the fuel, they go through a series of hammer mills. And if a piece of metal gets into the mill and is struck by the hammers, it could get hot enough to later on ignite some of the fuel that's in the reclaim area.
Firemen say the place is a mess. Plant officials say the cleanup will take a couple of days. Plant manager Bob Field says the plant is still open and will continue to take trash, but won't burn any just yet. Field says the boiler will be shut down until the cleanup is completed. In Orrington, Janet Smith, News Center.
Rotting wire in a light fixture ignited a fire at a Portland waterfront building this morning. The vacant building used to serve as the old terminal for Casco Bay cruise lines. Fire investigators say flames and smoke damaged the first and second floor of the building, owned by the proprietors of Custom House Wharf. The next door, Porthole Restaurant, also has smoke damage. Gorham police are still giving few details at this hour on the drowning of a 4-year-old girl there this afternoon. The youngster drowned at the Wasomsky Springs campground just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. She was taken to Maine Medical Center, but it was too late. In Auburn, a shouting match between drivers ended with one man getting shot, another man charged with aggravated assault. Police say Charles Hotham III is free on bail tonight after turning himself into police this morning. The shooting happened last night on Hotel Road in Auburn. People riding in 3 cars started yelling at each other. Then a fistfight started. The fight ended with Hotham shooting Andre Pelletier in the shoulder. Pelletier was treated and released from Central Maine Medical Center. 75 homes and businesses were tapped out today in the town of York. They couldn't get water through the tap, that is. Seems a water main broke along Route 1. Nearby customers lost all their water. Thousands of other customers saw their water pressure drop.